Warriors got a huge balance change. I wanna talk about it quickly because I can already hear you people, you dum-dums, saying that Prot Warrior is gonna be the meta now. And okay, listen. I do not like the idea either that you have to go Fury to do this and threat, but that's the way Blizzard made this game, and we gotta deal with reality in here. So what are the changes? Okay, let's take a look at them. Here, Warrior. Devastate damage increase to 150% of weapon DPS, was 100% before being increased by number of Thunder Armor attacks, stacks. So this is a third of your damage. You're going from, once you fully stack it, from 150% to now 200%. That's a 33.333, repeating of course, increase in your damage. I actually took the liberty, people, of doing the math for you. This right here is the graph of the damage generated by Devastate after the buffs and Bloodthirst. As you guys see, Bloodthirst is the purple line, Devastate is the green line, and as you can see right here, Bloodthirst becomes a higher damage spell after, I wrote it down because I cannot see this stupid graph, 113 attack power. Basically, even if you are absolutely badass naked, you have 113 attack power. So damage wise, Bloodthirst is still higher damage than Devastate after the buff. This buff is huge, don't get mistaken, this buff is gigantic. But damage-wise, Bloodthirst is still gonna be superior, so no, you cannot just forego Bloodthirst. Of course, the damage doesn't tell the whole story. As you guys know, that doesn't tell the whole story because Bloodthirst costs 27 rage if you have the focus rage talent. Meanwhile, if you got Devastate, that is only 12 rage with the same talent. So I made a graph that explains the rage efficiency. This is the rage efficiency chart. Once again, Devastate is green, Bloodthirst is purple. As you can see now, after the buff, Devastate remains the more rage efficient for damage until, zoom it in here a little bit, 600. Once you get 600 attack power, Bloodthirst will become a higher damage per cooldown ability. That's basically almost any warrior. If you get like some decent pre-raid vesting slot and buffs, you are gonna hit 600 attack power easily. Of course, this is damage per rage, the chart that I'm seeing here, and that doesn't tell the whole story quite either. Why is that? Because Thunder Armor, aka Devastate, it also has a hidden threat bonus. So if you wanna look at threat per rage, that's a different kind of chart here. Sorry about that. So this is the symbol app graph. I just made it again. By the way, all my calculations on Devastate are assuming that you get the best weapon in Nomeregan, which is the Electrocutioner's Needle or the Toxic Revenger. They do the same DPS. So I am giving Devastate the most fair chance possible to be in here. I counted your weapon damage before your attack power scaling. Remember guys, 14 attack power turns into 1 DPS, which turns into 2 damage once you stack all your Thunders. You could be making these graphs and be making 200,000 a year, but you make it about a 20-year-old game. You know who I was before you showed up here? I could have been an engineer. You know what I did when I was studying for engineering? I was playing World of Warcraft. So anyway, as you can see right here guys, Bloodthirst is a more threat per rage efficient ability after you hit 3740 attack power. That's basically nobody. I do not think it's remotely possible that you can hit 3740 attack power in this tier. So no, in a threat per rage scenario, Bloodthirst will never be more efficient. But that doesn't tell the whole story either. We got a last graph to see here. And that is the absolute threat because of one thing. It doesn't matter that it's not rage efficient. Okay, because as a warrior with Wind Fury, remember Wind Fury is present in both factions. If you're casting something every GCD, you got more than enough rage to cast a Devastate every GCD. So you probably want to look into a way to dump rage. As you can see right here, Bloodthirst will produce more rage after 693, I think it was. After 693 attack power, that's basically anybody with buffs, Bloodthirst will produce more threat and damage than a Devastate. Okay, with all these changes, now that Devastate got a lot better, the mathematics are simple. Devastate, best in slot, dual wield tanking absolutely freaking dead. I don't think that's gonna change, but at the same time, Bloodthirst is not obsolete. Bloodthirst remains after you get like your pre-raid vesting slot in a buff, okay? I'm sure there are a couple warriors that do not have this attack power yet. Once you get like 2 or 3 items, that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, Bloodthirst remains the best way to dump your rage, even better than Heroic Strike, which is only 180 threat and it consumes your rage. So, of course, you're gonna be Heroic Striking too to dump even more rage when you're producing too much rage. Bloodthirst is still the way to go. And just to hammer it home, because I know you guys are gonna be like, no guys, Fury's dead, you gotta go prot now. The Shield Slam, bro, the Shield Slam, it does like 20 freaking damage, bro, the Shield Slam. I made the math, okay, let me drink some water. After you get the best in slot shield from Nomeregan, after you get all the pieces with strength on it, because Shield Slam only scales off your strength and not your attack power, so that reduces the amount of scaling by a lot. You only get 1 point of damage in Shield Slam every 20 strength. Not even 14, not even 7 like attack power. You only get 1 point of damage every 20 strength. The base shield from Nomeregan is the one that has the reflect on it. I forgot the name. The one that looks like a gear that spins. You know the one. The math for Shield Slam in the rank 1 that we're getting on level 40, best in slot shield, best in slot gear, the most threat you could possibly generate with Shield Slam with the bonus included is 420. Nice. Literally, it's 420. I did the math. Can you believe it? That means that Bloodthirst will become a more efficient spell. We go to 420 after 930 attack power. If you have 930 attack power, Bloodthirst will do more threat than a Shield Slam. Of course, most people do not have that much attack power. You can absolutely achieve this attack power. You don't even need a lot of gear. There's like 6 items in Nomeregan and you're gonna hit this, assuming you're taking consumables and you got your buffs going on and stuff, Heart of the Lion, all that stuff. Getting 1000 attack power is not very hard. So anyway, if you are not completely super best in slot, Shield Slam will perform slightly better. By the way, I took the best in slot gear for Shield Slam too, so the mathematics are less in favor of Shield Slam. Here I was being too generous. Still, in a badass naked situation, Shield Slam is gonna produce more threat, except let's go to the talents. Let's compare prot and why prot is still not the way to go. The only real thing you get from prot is you get cheaper Thunder Armors, which is fine. 3 raise cheaper Thunder Armor, that matters. You get Shield Slam, which is fine. And Defiance, 15% extra threat. That's the main thing why you would go prot. 15% extra threat, okay? That sounds like a lot, except in Fury you get 5% crit for free, so that's 5% more damage plus a little more because of rage generation. Then you get here, Enrage, 25% extra damage every time you get crit. Nobody builds defense anymore for this thing, it is absolutely busted. So 25% more damage is a lot more than 15% extra threat. This one alone is gonna override the whole thing. It doesn't stop there though, because you also get improved Battle Shout, so that's more attack power for your Blood Fury. You get the cooldown Death Wish, that's 20% more damage on top of that. So that's yet another way to defeat the Defiance modifier. And this one is the most important, Flurry. Every time you crit, you get 30% attack speed. 30% attack speed, 30% more heroic strikes, 30% more rage. This one is the biggest. Fury is gonna stay the way to go. I said it before the phase came out, the only way that you can make Shield Slam scale better than prot, that you can make prot scale better than Fury, I mean, is that you change Shield Slam, okay? Sadly, we got no rune that benefits Shield Slam at all. There is no Shield Slam modifier, and unless we get something like that, prot is gonna remain a piece of crap. So let's do a quick TLDR again. Devastate got really strong. The only thing that Dual Wield Fury had that just Sword and Bolt Fury didn't have is that it had an offhand that you could do more heroic strikes with. Heroic strike is 180 threat. Devastate is doing like 800 threat a swing now, so that's not gonna cut it anymore. And prot is still not the way to go. Sword and Bolt Fury, the build that I showcased before after this buff that just came out, is still the way to go. The only thing that changed is that you only go for Bloodthirst when you're trying to dump rage now instead of anytime you can. That's the only difference. The swing priority is just Devastate. You just devastate, and you only Bloodthirst when you got way more rage and you don't know what to do with it. That's it. I wanted to clear that up because I know that now that people look at the thing, I'm gonna start getting comments again of people saying, oh no, prot is the way to go, bro. Shield slam, 420 thread, bro. Insane. Booah! So that's pretty much it. Subscribe, leave a like, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.